I think it would be nice to hear from Jason, who calls from the land down under. Jason, how are you?
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello. Great. How are you?
I'm very, very well indeed. I'm fascinated by what the topic that you gave to our call screeners. What is the meaning of our existence? Does that sum up roughly what you're wondering?
Yes, that is what I wanted to ask. Yes.
Are you able to expand at all, or should we just get stuck straight into that?
Well, I've just been thinking a lot about existential nihilism and how really there is no objective or intrinsic purpose to this universe in our lives. And I'm just trying to think where I fit in and our entire species fits into all of this, you know?
I think you've used a very interesting word, objective purpose. You can have obviously a subjective purpose, can't you?
Yeah.
And I think the interesting question that's worth asking is, what's wrong with a subjective purpose? So if subjectively I derive pleasure from my life, if I derive pleasure from the relationships that I have with people around me, with my friends, with my relatives, with my colleagues like Kenneth, yes, I can enjoy his company. But speaking more about just being able to show kindness to people and being able to love and be loved, all of that is subjective. But if it's giving you a purpose, is that not enough? Does there have to be an objective purpose that is kind of imposed upon us? Which I think tends to be what religion offers. Here's what we're saying your objective purpose is, and usually it's to praise a deity or fulfill the expectations of a deity. Well, I personally find my subjective purpose in life more fulfilling and more satisfying.
Can I just dovetail into that? Echoing what Lloyd was saying, when I was coming out of being a fundamentalist Christian, that was the question, was what do I do now? Because when it comes to the question of purpose, yeah, we don't have any reason to think that we have some sort of externally imposed purpose that we have to abide by. But I think that if you think about it, even if you were to be a religious believer, or even if today could be the day that the apologists come in with the evidence and we find out that there is in fact a God telling us that we have a purpose. Why should we care? What if that God's purpose for us sucks? Then what?
Okay. Are you referring to the UFO dilemma or something like that?
Well, what I'm just saying is, say a God tells us our purpose is to worship him. Well, what if that doesn't make life any better for people here on earth? And what I care about is the well-being of other people. Maybe my purpose and that externally imposed purpose are at odds with one another. And then I just got to decide what matters to me.
Okay.
Does any of that make sense? Do you feel in your own life as though you're able to find at least subjective purpose? Maybe that's a bit of an intimate question, but
no.
Well,
okay.
I just sometimes it feels like everything's not entirely real.
In what way is it not entirely
pretty sure
real?
you're aware of the problem of other minds in philosophy.
Yes, but even if there were no other minds, your subjective experiences of reality could be described as real subjectively to you. So when we're talking about
you mean
purpose,
my qualia?
I don't know if I'd use the word qualia. I'm just saying, there is something that it is like to be you living here in reality. And some things are going to make you feel better or worse. Some things that you do are going to make other people feel better or worse. And I think that as you make value judgments about what those things are, you start getting dangerously close to something like a purpose.
Okay. I don't know.
You don't know? Well, hopefully we've at least given you some food for thought.
Very, yeah, I mean...
You're going to say it sounds very... what was the thought there?
I don't know, just not fulfilling enough, you know? Like...
Can you imagine what a fulfilling purpose in life would look like or would be?
No. It's a tough question.
It is. You may want to chase some experiences, you know, try to develop relationships and you know, just test the waters, see where you start to find things that make you happy. That's
and by the way, being happy is a reason to live. I grew up in a fundamentalist group that said, you know what, wouldn't it be terrible if being happy was the only reason people could live? If that was their only purpose in life, was basically hedonism and just finding joy and happiness, wouldn't that be shallow? Wouldn't that be empty? And now that I'm outside of that group, my line of thinking is, you know what, that's a perfectly good reason to live. You know, our chances of being on this planet are so infinitely, well, they're basically almost impossible. That the chances of a given sperm finding its way to a given egg and producing you are basically impossible. Statistically speaking, you shouldn't exist. You do. And so now that you're on this planet, there's absolutely nothing wrong in saying, you know what, given the fact that I only have so many trips around the sun, I'm damn well going to enjoy it. And that alone, I think, is a good reason. It's subjective, it's not objective, but it'll do for me. And I guess if you're not finding joy and happiness in life, or you're not finding sufficient joy and happiness in life for it to be your purpose, that's something where there might be a need for some introspection and figuring out how your life could be calibrated in such a way that you are finding more joy and satisfaction subjectively.
Yeah, it may be less of a job for philosophy and more of one for psychology, you know?
Okay. Well, hopefully we've at least given you some food for thought, and thank you for calling in, Jason.
Yep, that's all right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Take care, dude.
And as an afterthought, there is a community here for you to plug into. There's a lot of people here who would love to talk to you. You can connect with our Facebook groups and the Discord and all that. And I'm sure there are people that would love to talk to you and commiserate and celebrate things with your life. And yeah.
Absolutely. Talk Heathen is a community for bringing people together and answering these existential questions together.